It's been a minute since we've done our first barn tour, and honestly, I feel like the barn tours that I see online have truly helped us make our makeshift space better and also plan for our permanent space better. So in the spirit of that, I'm gonna show you all the updates that we have done in our makeshift space, and then at the very end, I might show you all the new barn. Stick around, because I'll walk you out there. So if you remember, originally we were all set up over here with all of our feed. That has changed. We're still storing extra sheep feed in here. Pardon the space, it's a little messy, but we're making it work. But this is what that space has now turned into. We store our show flakes up on top. We store extra show feed for the pigs on the middle shelf. And then on the bottom we have sheep hay and then extra pellet shavings and white pine. And then as we pan over from that, you can see our new feed space. I feel like we started off with like maybe 3 or 4 buckets, and obviously you can tell that has, we've grown, we've developed. I think now we're probably upwards of like somewhere between 20 different feeds and supplements. Blah. Anyways, this is what the exact setup looks like. Coming over from that, it ain't fancy, but we do have a little bit of a sitting area. Fun fact, I actually thrifted this mirror. We're gonna be setting this up in the big barn later on so that the kids can see themselves while they're working and bracing their sheep. Then panning around over here, we have just a little rack that kind of houses a few little barn things. We have some fly spray, Prolate, skin and hair tools that we need for all the different animals over here. And then we have a rack over here that houses the snare for the pigs and the halters for the sheep. Panning over from that, we have a door. This door wasn't originally here. We actually just had that cut out, as well as we added this skirting all the way around the sides, all the way up to there, just to try to help keep some of the weather out and just a little bit of the sun out. Now y'all bear with me. I cleaned the barn before I started this tour earlier, but since then I have sheared 2 different sheep and like the barn's a little bit of a mess now. So as you come outside from that door, we have a little setup right here where we put the sheep on a treadmill. We have our scale. And then right behind me is where we have our sheep and our rabbits set up. I feel like the rabbits are always kind of moving around a little bit. And then we have our pigs set up over here. This is Poppy. This is Diva. This is Kojo Boy. This is Cowboy. And then this is our new girl. We haven't come up with a name for her just yet, but she's always wagging her little tail. And then we actually just added this up yesterday. It's a 40% mesh tarp, and this just helps to block some of the sun as well. And we have our wash rack as well as the sheep stand, and then beyond that you can see where we have our tanning racks for the pigs. Sorry about my sheep mess. Like I said, I just got done shearing sheep. So yeah, this has been our makeshift space. This was originally just a lean-to to our shop. This is where we used to keep our camper. This was never intended to be in a space for the animals, but we've been making do. But now I'll give y'all a quick little look at how the barn's doing. We have come a long way, but we still have such a long way to go. And how could I forget our little protector? The inside in here still has so much work that needs to happen. We need to order some more sheet metal, but yeah, this is how the inside's coming. All of this sheet metal here will be part of the ceiling, which I personally can't wait because I think it's going to end up being so pretty. The door to my chicken coop on this side right here. Then past here, I'll have a run for my chickens, and then on the other side of that will be a fenced-in area for the sheep. So yeah, that's what we're working with. Thank y'all for coming to our little barn tour.